For years, rumors about Matt Brown, the eldest son from Alaskan Bush People, floated around with little clarity or confirmation. Fans did everything possible to uncover the truth, but reliable information always seemed out of reach. It felt as though every lead ended in speculation. However, after many years of silence and uncertainty, the truth has finally begun to emerge. It can no longer be hidden or brushed aside. In a surprising turn of events, Matt's brother, Bear Brown, confirmed the existence of the troubling stories many once refused to believe. What had once been whispers has now become undeniable. Brace yourself, because we're diving into the long-swirling rumors surrounding Matt Brown's life. The early whispers about Matt's life were anything but easy to ignore. Even before Alaskan Bush People stopped airing, rumors had been spreading freely, growing louder over time. At first, most fans dismissed them as baseless attempts to tarnish his image. Yet as the stories continued to multiply, they began to feel more serious. What began as simple gossip quickly snowballed, casting Matt in an unflattering light. The internet, of course, made things worse, fueling unconfirmed claims and allowing speculation to spread uncontrollably. His reputation was on the line, and every day felt like climbing a mountain with heavier weight on his shoulders. Family and friends initially stood by him, but as the situation worsened, Matt was left to face the storm largely on his own. The Brown family's image, once admired by millions, was suddenly in jeopardy, and no one knew how far the damage might go. Loyal fans had endless questions. They wanted to believe in Matt, but the louder the rumors grew, the more they faced backlash from those who accepted the gossip as truth. The situation was shocking, especially for those who had watched Matt's rise from a wilderness-loving adventurer to a household name. The rumors spread quickly, almost as if they had wings, and before long, Matt found himself caught in a crisis he never saw coming. Every attempt he made to defend himself only seemed to fan the flames. Still, one question lingered. What exactly were these rumors about, and how did they start in the first place? To understand that, it's important to first know who Matt Brown really is. Matt's journey to fame is one built on resilience, discipline, and determination. Born to Billy and Amy Brown, Matt grew up in one of the most unconventional environments imaginable. His family chose to live deep in the Alaskan wilderness, far away from the conveniences of modern life. From a young age, Matt learned the value of hard work and adaptability. As the eldest son, leadership was naturally his responsibility. He trained himself to be strong, dependable, and self-reliant, preparing for whatever challenges the wilderness and life would bring. His homeschooling years became a turning point. With no distractions from city life, Matt began exploring his talents and building his physical and mental strength. He developed an interest in personal training, and through intense dedication, he became known for his athleticism and endurance. Eventually, he took an interest in mixed martial arts, mastering skills that reflected his determination. But behind that strength and discipline, Matt faced internal battles that nearly destroyed him. After leaving traditional school due to difficulties adjusting, Matt began homeschooling, but the isolation took a toll. Frustration and confusion led him down a dark path that he would later regret deeply. What started as occasional drinking with friends slowly spiraled into full-blown addiction. He began using meth and cocaine, choices that nearly cost him everything. In his own words, the turning point came when his family's boat broke down, forcing them to spend time in Juneau. There, surrounded by people who drank regularly, he started drinking lightly, but it soon became a nightly escape. "I've always been able to handle city life, no problem," Matt once said. "But I started hanging out with people who drank. They didn't have a problem with it, so while I was around them, I started drinking too. Then it got to be more and more." At first, he kept his struggles a secret, afraid of disappointing his parents and siblings. Pretending everything was fine while silently falling apart was one of the hardest things he ever did. But deep down, he knew he couldn't continue like this forever. Eventually, Matt realized he needed help. The thought of rehab terrified him, not because he feared recovery, but because he didn't want to let his family down. Still, he summoned the courage to confide in his brother Gabe, and soon after, the rest of the family learned the truth. "It took a couple of days to work up the guts to tell my parents," he recalled, but their support was unbelievable. With their encouragement, he entered rehab, beginning a difficult but transformative journey. Recovery was far from easy. Matt stumbled along the way, relapsing at times and questioning whether he'd ever escape his demons. Yet through it all, he refused to give up. "I learned a lot about myself in those 35 days," he later reflected. I turned my weakness into strength. In life, we all get lost now and then and have to find our way back. Not everyone makes it back, and I'm happy to be one of those who did. When he returned to the wilderness, Matt poured his energy into rebuilding his life and focusing on what truly mattered. His determination and renewed strength shone through in everything he did, and his family once again looked to him for leadership. Matt's fame reached new heights when Alaskan Bush People premiered in 2014. The docudrama captured the daily lives of the Brown family as they struggled to survive in the harsh Alaskan wilderness. From the beginning, Matt stood out for his courage, physical strength, and commitment to his family's lifestyle. Viewers admired his authenticity, and he quickly became a fan favorite. Working alongside his father and brothers, Matt played a key role in building shelters, hunting, and ensuring the family's survival. His grit and reliability made the show compelling, and fans could feel his sincerity in every scene. For 7 seasons, Matt's presence defined the heart of Alaskan Bush People. His charisma and resilience made him the glue that held the Brown family together on screen. But beyond the fame and the challenges, his journey tells a deeper story, one of struggle, recovery, and redemption. Despite the pain, setbacks, and rumors, Matt Brown remains a symbol of resilience, proving that even when life takes the darkest turns, it's never too late to find your way back. The 8th season of Alaskan Bush People brought along a storm of personal challenges for Matt Brown, difficulties he couldn't easily explain or escape from. Just when Matt was experiencing one of the most remarkable moments of his television journey, a new battle forced him away from the show. By 2019, fans noticed his sudden disappearance and began demanding answers. The once adventurous and fearless Brown family member, who had given viewers countless unforgettable moments, had simply vanished from the screen. To make matters even more puzzling, the rest of the Brown family remained completely silent. For weeks, fans were left speculating until the real reason for his absence finally came to light. Matt had been battling addiction for years. In 2016, he first entered rehab in an effort to break free from the devastating grip of alcohol abuse. Although he initially seemed to recover, his sobriety didn't last long. The struggle returned stronger than before, and Matt found himself trapped once again in the cycle of dependency. By September 2018, he made the decision to return to rehab, this time determined to fight harder. According to Country Living, Matt re-entered the Betty Ford Center for Alcohol Addiction that year. It wasn't an easy choice, but deep down he knew it was necessary to save both his health and his career. Matt's absence was deeply felt by both his family and his devoted fans. His parents, Billy and Amy Brown, spoke openly about the emotional toll it took on them. Amy expressed through tears, "It's hard not having one of my babies here with us. He was so strong for me, and I want to be strong for him." Billy added, "We miss him terribly, but we'd rather lose him from home for a little while than lose him forever." After 4 months of rehab, from September 2018 to January 2019, Matt finally completed his treatment. Emerging from this difficult journey, he expressed deep gratitude and a renewed sense of purpose. In March 2019, Matt shared an emotional post on Instagram, an image of him relaxing with his feet up, proudly holding a sobriety coin from the Betty Ford Center. He captioned it, "Hope your day rocks. Never give up. Never surrender." Fans responded with overwhelming support, filling the comments with encouragement and personal stories of recovery. Many told him that his courage inspired them, while others reminded him that he wasn't alone in the battle against addiction. Matt humbly thanked them all, touched by their kindness and solidarity. However, just as things seemed to be improving, dark clouds returned. Matt soon found himself caught in controversy when 2 women came forward in 2020, accusing him of sexual assault. The women alleged that both incidents occurred in July 2018, shortly before he returned to rehab. Jessica Ugas, a former personal assistant to the Brown family, claimed that Matt assaulted her in a swimming pool, while another woman named Dawn alleged she was attacked just days later at the same house. Both women described Matt as being heavily intoxicated. The allegations were reported to the Los Angeles Police Department's Topanga Division and later referred to the Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office. After an investigation, the DA declined to prosecute due to insufficient evidence. Discovery Channel issued a statement confirming it had been made aware of the allegations and had encouraged immediate involvement of law enforcement. Despite the seriousness of the claims, Matt never publicly addressed the accusations, leaving fans divided and uncertain. The situation deeply affected Matt's emotional health and further distanced him from Alaskan Bush People. He never returned to the show after these events, and eventually, the series itself came to an end. Still, the damage to his public image was immense. Online rumors accused him of crimes he was never convicted of, and this public shaming further strained his relationship with his family. In 2021, Matt broke his silence through a series of Instagram videos, revealing shocking details about his experience on the show. He claimed that the production environment had contributed to his addiction and mental struggles. "Everyone says other people's secrets aren't mine to tell," he said, "but they've been destroying me for a long time." He also alleged that his father controlled the family's earnings from the show, leaving him with nothing despite years of hard work. Matt even claimed that drugs were provided by members of the production team, further complicating his path to recovery. After his father's passing, Matt moved away from the family's North Ranch property in Washington and began rebuilding his life in the North Cascade Mountains. There, he started a YouTube channel to share updates about his recovery, outdoor adventures, and personal growth. But despite his efforts to move forward, rumors persisted that he had cut ties with his family entirely. His brother Bear Brown eventually confirmed the estrangement. Speaking to Distractify, Bear admitted, "Matt's been doing his own thing. I don't really see him much these days. I hope that he finds the peace and serenity in his life that he's looking for." It was a painful acknowledgement that the once close Brown family was now fractured. When asked in 2022 whether Matt would ever return to the show, Bear replied that his older brother didn't want to be part of the family or the wolf pack anymore. Despite everything, Matt continues to live independently, striving to maintain sobriety and stability. Born Matthew Jeremiah Brown on September 7, 1982, in Texas, he learned early in life how to survive hardship. He attended Greenview High School, where he developed the resilience that would later help him face life's toughest challenges. Now residing in California, Matt says the new environment gives him a chance at a fresh start and better access to support systems. He remains committed to personal growth, recovery, and finding peace outside of the fame that once consumed him.